Every great master.
Hey friends, how's it going?
In order to have
Back to work after after several days off, and last week a lot of family activities and birthday parties and people coming in from out of town, which was great, fun, but didn't get much done. Let's go right into this right now.
it is an abomination. It is an offense.
These are some Porsche cam covers, and this is exactly
by impurities that
the first step that I do on these things. These little screws,
as individuals, we have
I'll leave those screws in there, blast it, and then take the screws out and put the screws in a plastic bag. These little vent thingies will come out.
pursuing our aim and killing
You know, with this ring right here, that thing screws off, and then this plastic thing, that'll come off. Also on the other cam cover, those rubber plugs,
and through that psychological
those will pop right out with a snap ring, and I'll get everything blasted, the inside and out. This is what they look like on day one, and I will follow these cam covers from this point
and that's why all the great stories
to powder coating
have them die.
completion
Beheaded. They're crucified.
in one video. So I'll take probably
Sacrifice themselves.
3, maybe 4 videos of this process and string them all together and
humanity as a whole does not want
let you
that.
see it that way. Okay? Cheers. Bye-bye. Hey, good morning, friends. A continuation of yesterday's video of these cam covers. The irony is that somebody posted on Facebook, the 928 group, last night, a question: how do they, the person that posted, remove these items? And the irony is that I did that very task yesterday and media blasted these cam covers. And they're ready to go to powder coat. But what we're going to do first is put them in what they call the powder coat primer. So these irregularities, like right here, the casting flaws, those will be filled in. And I'll get these back from the powder coater and I'll sand those down. This is what the owner wants to do. So it'll take out probably 85% of those flaws. And still keep some in there, but you can't get them all out. But the thing to remember on these cam covers is you don't see much of this at all. You might see the Porsche, you don't see the bottom part, but that's okay. We'll still get it done perfectly. You can see the other one. See that? So these are from like an 85 or an 86 model car. By the GTS, the later run in the GTS, these things were really good. They did a very good job on these things in the latter years. So, okay, the next video will show these in powder coat primer. See ya. Cheers. Hey friends, here are the cam covers for a customer named Kevin, his 85 or 86 model 928. This is not the final color. This is a powder coat primer sprayed on rather thickly to cover a lot of the flaws in here, casting flaws, which I will sand out of here and get really clean and as smooth as I can, despite the flaws that are in there. Some of these areas, like right here and right here, I'm probably not going to have a whole lot of luck. Same way with on the inside here, where the spark plugs go, I'll be able to do nominal repairs there, but not perfect. Also, on the inside, where the gasket goes, it's kind of flawed. It's kind of spongy in there, ragged in there. Not a very good finish. So I'll try to sand as much of that smooth as I can, but you know, the customer and you folks out there will have to make up for it with maybe a little bit of gasket sealer on there. It'll be a good 85-95% solution on here, but they're not going to be. It's just really hard to get these things really perfect because the earlier ones like these were really filled with flaws. Now that one's going to be right there in the H. So I wish that didn't have that booger in there. That's going to be tough to get clean, because if all the letters were relatively smooth, then we probably wouldn't have too many issues. But it's not the case. Not the case at all. So just have to do my best on these to get them nice and smooth for the customer. But it's going to be challenging a little bit because but they'll be better than stock. That's for sure. That's the absolute given. They'll be much better than stock. And they're going to go back into this color right here. This silvery looking color. Okay? Well, that's it. Have a good day. Cheers.
We feel that we deserve what others have, and we are not grateful. We indulge in our anger. We believe our anger is justified. We believe that life has been unjust. So we need to be terrified in the fact that we're like that. The natural consequence of this is that we need to have a statement to our people. Our heart is not. Our heart is mostly desire. Lust for life.
Well, this is how you sand down these cam covers to get them somewhat clean.
Our heart is truly at peace.
And smooth.
Our body is.
There you go. Juice.
Humble.
Okay, sand them all down. And now just to
We see those three factors.
rinse them off.
Are we free? In that way, little by little, month to month, not only are we producing different actions, beneficial actions, we are applying knowledge and consequences of
And I was even able to get between
little by little,
the where the cam cover gasket goes, in that little channel there. I was able to fold over the sandpaper several times and scuff it down a bit to even it out just a bit. Not a whole lot, but was able to get somewhat of it done. These will dry and take them over to powder coater tomorrow morning. And they're going to go in that silver color. Yep. Progress. Making things happen. That's what I love. Love. Cool color. And let these dry in the sun. So there's no corrosion on the aluminum. Also in here, each one of these spark plug holes, I was able to sand it down somewhat. Not a whole lot, but it was able to knock down some of the high areas, and it's not going to be perfect, but it's a whole lot better now than it was right after blasting. And some of these areas are really smoothed down nicely now. You can tell, you know, the primer filled in a lot of areas. So I think we have success here in this project. And I'm going to give the customer a good 95% or better solution, problem solved on getting these covers nice and smooth. And it only took me 1 hour and 45 minutes to get all the primer knocked down, get it sanded, and now to wash them down. So it's not a whole lot of time. I read a lot of horror stories. Some of the guys that do this on their own, they just take days and days and days. Not here. Anyways, cheers. Bye-bye. Okay, friends, I'm going to open up one of these cam covers right now to capture it on video. It's very well wrapped, but I want to inspect one, at least inspect one, before I ship them off to the customer, and also to just capture the brilliance and the beauty of these after we've done our processes from blasting or preparation, before blasting, and then of course the blasting, and then the priming and the special powder coat primer, and then sanding them down so they're nice and clean. Oh, they came out gorgeous. They came out really good. Well, not really. Wow. Yeah, I'm not really too happy with these pits. Yeah. Well, let me go in and see what she can do. These didn't come out that good. Not at all. Well, I just talked to Ben, the owner here, and you know, he told me what I knew, what I suspected. The metal, the base metal is just so corroded from damages, you know, right here and right here, which could be the fuel lines. I don't know. I mean, he sprayed it with primer and I sanded it down, and it still bled out. It still popped, you know, the contamination in the metal, which is really surprising because it doesn't usually do that. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe, but I know that all the original 32 valve covers, the first runs, you know, the first couple years, they're really nasty. They're really gross. So we shall see. You know, from back here, they look fine. You know, put them in the engine, and this is all covered up. So we'll see. I'm going to make the option available to the owner to see if he wants me at no charge, to sand this down and try to recover some of these pops. And the owner of the powder coat place said he would respray them. So we'll see how it develops. So I'm just being forthright, upfront, and honest about how things develop. Okay, cheers.